Looks like a landscape. Scary rattlers. Down it goes! Pack's full, but my stash has room. stone. It's green like blaze, but it's hard and shiny. Wonder if merchants would be interested. Send this to my stash. Caught on. I can grab this for my... That must be chain scrape. Jaruf said I could get my bow upgraded in there. I'd be able to tinker with my other gear, too. Should hit it with frost ammo. This'll be my stash when I need it. Dead machine. It must be a bristleback. Maybe Errand took it down? Ground soaked with acid. Did the bristlebacks do this?
Outlander approaching. Is that the Savior? Wanna come in, Savior?
Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barrenlight I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Luxiana Lux said,
Well, this
我来了。
guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Luxiana Lux said,
玩这啥？ 风之剑寒
said,
Hello， 风之剑寒
said,
这是机器人版的魔物猎人。
Luxiana Lux said,
你不能说话是不是？
Luxiana Lux said,
你怎么不动？风之剑寒
said,
没装麦克风。
I want another cup
风之剑寒
said.
在跟你打字啊。
Luxiana Lux said.
好吧，
Workbench is free.
Shop looks closed.
Luxiana Lux
Can I
said.
still use the
你赶
workbench?
快打手枪。
I ain't gonna stop you. Careful, shop's closed, Red. You're welcome to use the workbench. Best I can do.
风之剑寒
said.
没空。
Luxiana Lux said.
笑翻。
Upgrading that gear? Workbench is all yours?
Brought us together yet again. Fine day for forced singing, I say.
"喂喂喂，有听到吗？强酸剑。
This should be useful. Now I just need to find Aaron and help him clear the bristlebacks.
Anyone see where I put my drink? Anyone? Anyone?
哎，拉克斯不去啊？拉克斯，好吧，不去就算。
We are on the same side here, Owen. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
Look at her go!
Drop the act. We all know it was the card you...
What do you want, Owen? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself, Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulfant Freehold, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Well, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The, burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osseram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osseram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osseram laborers of this land who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
If Chainscrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osseram folk, of course. You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in Barren Light's shadow. I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all. Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Osseram.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osseram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is gonna get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Carja... magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Missy! And even the Savior needs some battle practice.
You wanted to speak to me?
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's O'Dirk. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the Savior of Meridian, champion of the East, or the Enduring, master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the master of masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever out that way?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tenakth don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
I might be.
That's what I like to hear. Light attacks are fast, but easily blocked. So learn to combine them with other attacks. Attacks break weapon blocks and do more damage. But they're slow, so your opponents might counterattack. Smash weapon blocks to really hammer an enemy with damage. But they're slow and leave you vulnerable, so pick your moment.
Pretty sure you still owe me 10 shards.
Yeah!
Walk it up, huh?
Yeah!
累积长矛能量。
Now to use that energy, try attacking your enemy. See if you can energize them. That spear of yours seems to energize after attack. I think landing heavy attack in combination.
打到你只剩穿那个。
The savior of Meridian wins!
共振器爆发。
You think your spear can deal with that armor? Use attacks to energize your spear. Then hit your opponent with a heavy or power attack to blast the armor off. That spear can give you the edge in battle. Keep energizing it and then your enemies. Triggering those energy blasts should help you vanquish your opponents. Welcome back, Savior.
嗯，那练习啊。
look familiar.
是在打架，是在
What strikes your fancy? Practice order.
防御破击。啊，这里训练完了。先来杀点小怪。
Whoa! Ah, there you are.
烦死了，又电话嘞！啊，刚刚要杀的怪兽在哪里啊？这里又是哪里啊？
What happened to you?
That won't be the last injury if Olvin keeps shoving those tongs in the
What mine?
northeast of Chain Scrape. I told Corvin we should stop, but Olvin probably threatened to cut off her.
How about you slow down and take me through it? You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's how I heard this black. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an old. As soon as their blast hit, tunnel I was in might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvind and the others might not be as lucky.
Hit the nail right on the head.
胸毛好多。
How come Olvin's in charge?
Tried telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get him open. Might as well own it. Fire and spit.
Who's Corvind?
He's their foreman. And a damn good. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Olvin. Corvin's been doing his best to appease. He even blamed himself for my injury when it was Olvin who ordered the extra shift.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olvin's wrath than die buried in rubble.
I could check in on your crew if I'm in the area.
深水危机。光这边就有这么多任务，真是的。
What can I do you for? You wouldn't be going out west, would you? I hear there's some mighty dells to be had. Hey, you wench! Oh, not you. Gotta take care of this for a sec.
Hey, Milda. Milda. Took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in the scrounger pile, if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildif. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Already got enough wild meat. Just need to fix. Better can grab another panel from the scoundrel pile.
So, you spit in the fire, there's a fire I'll have you know, I serve a harder man. Oi,
Oh, hi. Oi,
Savior, over here.
Savior, thank you for taking the time, and my condolences that you had to endure Ulvin's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. That sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is barren light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How does blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks help Ulvund get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Karja loosed the bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King. And with the bristlebacks bringing work in the valley to a halt, Ulvund has plenty of time to pick at barely healed wounds.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting. Overseeing the entire valley it was an honor.
But your job would be a lot easier without some like Ulvund blasting.
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies. I'll find a way to live with. I have to.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted.
Yes, according to one, said the ground trembled before he took off and ran all the way.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for it, and maybe then he'll actually.
It's a Tanakh game, but any tribe can enjoy it. Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too. All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece. When performed, you'll be testing your machine's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And so in total, your machine's combat power, since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. This means your machine can do 2. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my... Not pulling any punches. Now grab that second machine. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. Try it out. If you sprint, you'll be able to reach my machine. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, so use it your own. Let's try doing that now. That's about it for your turn, then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those, and Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first. You don't have 7 of them yet, so your machine attacked mine, but has it. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. You're still getting the hang of it, I know. Now, overcharge and attack. Just gotta overcharge that. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked, we both get the victory points. Good news is, since you're the one attacked, you're gonna receive your victory points before which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points. That's why sometimes losing a piece can. Now, you'll notice you didn't get, but you did. That means that wasn't so. Just remember to always. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain. I know it saved my behind in a game.
I'll try.
Oh, these are all my spare pieces. I want. It's a small set, but it should be. You might even fancy looking out for them. They've got all kinds of. Though they'll need the right materials to craft you. Or you might find them in the wild. No, I've lost my fair share of pieces ever. Brew hopping. No. Now, if you feel like playing, I could even teach you a few.
Thanks.
Don't be a stranger.
Ignoring me again? One more round.
That bristleback's gonna run him down. Get to safety!
Thank the forge you were here.
Get inside until it's safe.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Does your all-mother hear your prayers out here?
Shark ammo could help. Stretch it.
问号问号问号问号
said.
Hello, hey.
问号问号问号问号
said.
Hello.
Question mark.
嘿，你在干嘛？
问号问号问号问号
said.
刚放学。
刚下课啊、
问号问号问号问号
said.
这啥
Question mark.
哦，哇屁啦！一个后踢就死了，这么痛。这个是简单讲的话，就是机器人版的《魔物猎人》。 后踢这么痛哦，踢一脚还有1半多的血就死了。
问号问号问号问号 said oh
So, are you new to the dog?
It's after me!
That bristleback's gonna run him down.
Back the forge, you were here.
Get inside until it's safe.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Could fire that machine with shock ammo.
这么多只，全部用下去用暗杀的吗？
问号问号问号问号 said 太多了吧。
就是太多了。哦，他们都尾送了。哦，还好他没有
问号问号问号问号 said 群攻就不好了。
对呀，吓死！
It's not gonna back down.
马上让你变秃头。 好像没有要打的样子，啊，没有要打就算了。又有人来。
问号问号问号问号 said 韩风，我问一下，什么时候要补播星海或游戏王
？Question mark.
上次有播啊，可是就都没有人来，所以就关掉了。先游戏王哦，我看一下，应该礼拜六的时候吧，会补播一下。拍摄啦，小猪猪，我要你身上的东西。
问号问号问号问号 said 哦，上礼拜日你没播。
上礼拜日就刚好有事啊，家里的人就把我找出去玩，所以就没有办法播。
Acid won't do much here.
问号问号问号问号 said， 好吧。
好啦，今天礼拜六就可以开了，是你们要上才行啊，不然要变成我一个人跟其他陌生玩家打。这是什么东西啊？这么小只？
问号问号问号问号 said， 我最近在买书。
买书？你在买什么书？啊，可恶，会走。
问号问号问号问号 said， 一本是死了都要爱。
Exclamation mark.
死了都要爱，这样吗？怎样？你想唱 KTV 吗？是老鼠吗？
问号问号问号问号 said， 另一本书是《晋级的黑心律师》。
黑心律师遇到什么法律纠纷的问题了吗？
Fire could do a lot of damage. And it's full of bristlebacks.
先来捅他屁屁。
Incoming.
喂，我才发现。来呀，臭猪猪！真的来了， 发狂的小猪。
Hey girl, stay back. It's too dangerous.
没啦，我是老练猎人呢。
Exploring cauldrons might teach me how to override these things.
靠腰。先游走喽。
小妹，你有空拿一下那个 Apple 的手机充电线下来一下，还有等一下客人要让你接睫毛哦。
等我把这里的猪猪处理掉吧。
There. Quarry's safe.
可怜的小猪，也被直接手压死。
Took down them bristlebacks with a fury.
好吧，又有事情要忙了。看来直播先播到这里了，晚一点再继续来吧。先去快传一下。
Stranger, come on over here. We gotta talk.